And we welcome you to the Raleigh County Convention Center in Beckley this afternoon. Video Productions presents college basketball. It's a battle between Alice Lloyd and the WVU Golden Bears of WVU Tech. Alice Lloyd enters the ball game with a record of 17-6. They're 8-4 in league play, winners of 4 in a row, and they take on the Golden Bears of WVU Tech. They are 15-8 overall, 6-6 in league play, and they're 6-3 at home. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Bill O'Brien. We have Jackie Moon on camera, and of course, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. And Bill, I think we're going to be in for a great game here this afternoon. I mentioned that Alice Lloyd winners of 4 in a row. In that 4-game winning streak, they're averaging 95 points a game. So they're putting the ball in the basket. That'll be a big challenge for Tech on the defensive end of the floor here today.
Well, you know, they've already played one time, and you already have the details on that. And it was a close game until the end when Alice Lloyd won the ball game with single-digit win. WVU Tech is going to play without one of their top players. That is the negative for today.
Right, and you're talking about Thomas Haley. He will not be available today for Coach Wilmore and Tech. He's sick. And the game that you referred to, the only other meeting was back on January the 4th. That was also the game in which Braden Chapman broke his hand and was lost for the remainder of the season. Alice Lloyd won that game 82-75. So I was kidding around with the players' bill before the game of Alice Lloyd, and I said, well, that day on January the 4th, you had more Lloyd than you did Alice. Will that be the case here this afternoon? We'll have to wait and see.
You mentioned doubling back to Braden Chapman, the top player for WVU Tech, who broke his hand in the previous game against Alice Lloyd. We asked Coach Wilmore about him, and he said, well, the cast is off. That's his shooting hand that he broke. But it's going to be another 3 weeks before you can even think about coming back.
Yeah, I had a nice conversation with Braden, and that was the first thing. He came up to me and said, look, I got my cast off, but you know I'm not going to be able to play. And he says, I'm just going to be here to do what I can to help support his teammates. And like I said, he's a leader even when he's not available to play.
Yeah, you need people like that. So you've got Chapman, who's still going to be cheerleading, and you got Darren Martin, who has really stepped up. The Bluefield native has really come on strong as a guard.
Yeah, without Thomas Haley in the lineup this afternoon, Martin will be the leading scorer for Tech at 18 a game on the floors. Tech has ran off the floor back into the locker room. Alice Lloyd still going through their warm-ups. We're going to tip off here in about 14 or 15 minutes. We'll take a break, come back, and get you ready for the tip between Alice Lloyd, 17-6, and the Golden Bears of WVU Tech, 15-8 here on Video Productions.
Folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Hey, Wes, why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankancity.com.
Compliance helped me lose
50 pounds. By freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
This afternoon's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you've had a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet. They're located on Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the game this afternoon brought to you in part by Modley's. Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you need a plumber till you need a plumber, and you can dial up the good folks at Modley's at 304-253-HELP. Well, Bill, I think we're going to be in for a great game. As we mentioned, this is the second meeting between the two teams. They played back on January the 4th. They played at Alice Lloyd, and in a minute I'm going to let you tell our viewers the town in which Alice Lloyd is located, just outside of Hazardous, Kentucky. But in that game, January 4th, Alice Lloyd won that game 82-75 for Tech. Cameron Danzer had game-high 21, and Darian Martin had 14 for Tech. On the flip side, you had Strickland. He ended up, and of course he is their second leading scorer at 15 a game. He had 19 in that win over Tech. And the young man by the name of Jacob Curry had 14 in the win over Tech. By the way, Alice Lloyd is also 7-4 on the road. Tech is 6-3 in this building. So, Bill, I will now give you the opportunity to let our viewers know the township in which Alice Lloyd is located.
Well, Alice Lloyd, and it's a great story. They are in Pippa Passes, Kentucky, a town of about, 700
Say
people.
that again?
Pippa Passes.
Pippa Passes.
Yeah, Pippa.
Something like pickle.
Well, that's, Peter Piper.
Yeah, that.
Pickled peppers.
Yeah. How about we just go with Hazardous, Kentucky?
Yeah, that's
How about that?
Eastern Kentucky for sure.
Yeah,
and you asked the coach about the story. I heard this before because I had a chance to do their game last year. A young lady from Boston, Massachusetts was on her way south, and she stopped in Hazard, Kentucky, and because she was ill, and she had an extended stay in Eastern Kentucky, got better. She got to know some of the people, and they said, we need a college. She said, I think we can help. So they established this little college in Eastern Kentucky, named it after her, Alice Lloyd, and 100 years later, it's still there.
Yeah, and they're doing quite well in basketball, about 3.5 hours away from Beckley. Well, Alice Lloyd, their team already ran back off the floor, back in their locker room. Tech back on the floor. We'll go ahead and take a break, and we're about 7 or 8 minutes from getting this game started. Alice Lloyd, 17-6, and the WU Tech Golden Bears, 15-8. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Yes! Why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett with Window World of Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but moves! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Welcome back to Beckley. We're at the Armory, everybody. This is the first of a triple header today on Video Productions. The first two games feature WVU Tech. First, the men's team against Alice Lloyd College. And the second game, in about 2 hours from now, will feature these two schools on the women's side. And then tonight, at around 7 o'clock, we'll do high school ball from Shady Spring as Bluefield comes calling. One of our sponsors today is Affinity Coal, located in Sophia. Affinity is currently operating an underground metallurgical coal mine with an on-site prep plant in Sophia and a surface mine with a high-wall miner near Helen, West Virginia. You can check them out on their Facebook page under United Coal Company, or you can pick up an application for employment at the Guard Shack in Sophia. They offer medical insurance, dental and vision coverage, prescription drug coverage, life insurance, paid time off, and a 401k with a company match. Find out about it all at United Coal Company. Also, we'd like to thank our friends at Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond is the broker, so if you want to buy or sell real estate in this area, it's Exit Elevation Realty, and his number is 256-0101. That's 256-0101. Here's Maris Lowry.
Well, Bill, each team going through their final warm-ups once again as we take a look at the slate. Alice Lloyd, 17-6 overall. They're 8-4 in league play. They've won 4 in a row, and as I mentioned, in that 4-game winning streak, they've really been able to put the ball in the basket. In fact, Bill, in one of the 4 games, they scored 117 points, and they come in averaging 95 points a game over that 4-game winning streak. On the flip side, for the WVU Golden Bear Tech, they're 15-8. They're 6-6 in league play. They are 6-3 in this building. They came off a big win on a Saturday afternoon up in Summersville, and now they're trying to put some strings of wins together to gain a little momentum to hope that would push them into the postseason.
You know, Maris, you did both those games in Summersville, and the ladies, I know, really want you to continue because, you know, every time I've done their game, they've not won. You do their game and they win, so they want you back, and you're going to be back today.
That's right. And, you know, Tech's win on Saturday was their first win in women's in 3 months to the day. They won November the 8th, and they didn't win again until Saturday, which was February 8th. So it took them 3 months in between wins, and they're going to try to string another win together after this. But both of these teams going through their final warm-ups. We're about 2 or 3 minutes away from getting the game tipped. We'll take our final pregame break, come back and get you ready for 17-6 Alice Lloyd against 15-8, the WVU Golden Bears of Tech. Coming up next here on Video Productions.
Yes! Why'd we settle on skydiving?
Well, it's fall, and we're falling. I thought we could do a commercial about falling prices. Get it?
I guess. Where's your chute?
I knew I forgot something. Later.
During Truck Month, get invoice pricing on all 1,500 Sierras and Yukons, or ask about discounts up to $9,000 with no payments till next year.
Hey, I can see my house.
GMC, we are professional grade.
The path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. Also, the game this afternoon brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel. That's where I had my pregame meal. They did a fabulous job, as they always do at Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel Rewards Program. You can dine, shop, and earn points at crackerbarrel.com/rewards. Also, the game this afternoon brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. You can check out Leisure Lanes every Friday and Saturday night for futuristic bowling. You can reserve your lane at 304-253-7328. Alice Lloyd, 17-6. Their coach is Scott Cornett. For their starting lineup, here's Bill.
Okay, thank you, Maris. Ben Sumaharo, a 6'3 senior. He's their leading scorer, one of four seniors. Brady Nelson, a 6-foot senior, will start at the guard. Jacob Curry, a 6-foot senior. And up front, they got Jared Strickland, another senior at 6'4". And the only West Virginian in their lineup is Jackson Tackett. He's from Logan County, 6'3", and a sophomore. So they've got four seniors and a sophomore. Not a whole lot of height, but they can push it up and down the court. For the hometown WVU Tech Golden Bears, here's Maris.
Thank you very much, Bill. And as you mentioned, Jackson Tackett from Logan County, he played for both Man and Logan. He played for both of those high schools there in Logan County. This is how Tech will go. We said on top of our pregame show that their leading scorer and really their inspirational leader is Thomas Haley with the injury to Braden Chapman. Chapman got hurt when they played against Alice Lloyd on January the 4th, broke his hand out for the year, but no Thomas Haley this afternoon doing illness, so they'll go with the Darren Martin. Martin averaging 18 a game. Cameron Danzer averages 10. He got 14 in the first meeting. Sincere Edwards at 11 a game. Adam Seams at 11 a game, and rounding out the starting five will be Cole Chapman for Tech. Tech will be wearing the home white uniforms with the Golden Bear in the front, and Alice Lloyd, the Eagles, will be wearing blue uniforms trimmed in white. So we're ready to go, Bill. It is Sincere Edwards in the center circle and will jump against Strickland. Jared Strickland will jump for Alice Lloyd. So I think we're going to have a great game. Like I said, Alice Lloyd in this 4-game winning streak, Bill, have averaged 95 a game, so Tech's really going to have to get after them defensively.
Well, Tech had them by 10 points late in the game when they played earlier and then could not hang on, but they think they can do it now.
So we're just about ready. Everybody's set. The players are ready, officials are ready, the fans are ready, and Bill, you and I are ready, and the ball's in the air, and the tip will be controlled by Tech going to the basket to our right. So Tech will have first crack at it, and looks like that Alice Lloyd will come out and play man-to-man. So once again, Bill, you know, Tech's offense will change without Haley in the lineup. That kind of really takes away their post play as they have 12 to shoot. Down to 8 to shoot. Cole Chapman into the lane. He finds Martin. He'll dial up a 3, and it's short, but Chapman with the offensive rebound and a new clock. The shot clock went off, but that should be a new clock. They should reset it. And, of course, we've had issues with the clock ever since they've had the new scoreboard.
Oh, man, we sure have, and that should not have been a buzzer. Anyway, 20 new seconds.
Yeah, they're going to have to hold up the game. They're going to have to fix the clock because it shows 0 on the shot clock. And, you know, we're all too familiar with this, Bill. You know, you and I, it's either you or I or both of us covering Tech games all year. And, and since they made the change, which is a great new scoreboard, we've had issues with the clock. And as you mentioned, 20 to shoot.
And this was not a cheap clock. This was not on the cheap.
$30,000 worth.
Yeah.
So apparently we've got it fixed. Tech will have another crack at it. As the ball comes into Martin and the ball's knocked out of bounds, it'll stay with Tech with 17 to shoot.
Martin has really come into his own. He was not starting early in the year, but, boy, he is really firepower now.
And, you know, Bill, I think that game we did before Christmas is really his coming out party, that game where they played at their practice facility. Is Edwards is down low, has the ball stripped, picks it back up, 8 to shoot. Here's Chapman on a drive into the lane, scoops the shot up. It didn't hit the rim, and there's an issue with the clock again.
That's the ugly sound.
Yeah, and now they've got to stop it because I was going to say the clock should not have it shouldn't even went off because it wasn't a shot clock violation. When I was going to say the ball didn't hit the rim, but Alice Lloyd grabbed it and was on the move. They crossed midcourt, and then we had the issue with the clock. So now they had to stop it and reset the clock in. Probably, what would you say, at least 3 or 4 seconds went off the clock, so maybe 26, 27 to shoot.
Yeah, I'd say you're right. I will tell you that these officials, when we had clock problems earlier in a different game, you know, their intention was to work with the clock any way they could. They've been just great to work with.
Yeah, do you have a sledgehammer? Huh? Do you have a sledgehammer?
And I've got a second hand on my watch.
Well, look, all you need is a sledgehammer. As we have Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing, and he can look up there to tell you how much time maybe should be on the shot clock. And so it looks like it's going to be that kind of afternoon, Bill, especially when you have to be somewhere after the game. It's always like this, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. Well, you're doing the next game, then I'm doing the third game at Shady Spring.
Right, but you can't leave until this one's over.
Maybe.
Well, maybe. So now there's no way there was 10 seconds that should have come off the clock. And maybe Nick, I don't know if our producer and director can pull that up. Yeah, now they've got it right as I mentioned. I said 26 or 27 seconds, so 27 to shoot. So here's Alice Lloyd, their first opportunity with it. Here's a 3 from the far corner on its way. Good. The 3 ball is knocked in by Strickland. And Alice Lloyd scores on their first possession. Here's Edwards with it. 20 to shoot for Tech. Seams, he'll dial up a 3. Got it! Adam Seams right back at you to tie the game.
He has come off the bench and has really been a spark plug, so he's earned a starting bid.
Yes, and he's averaging in double figures at 11 a game. He drops that 3 ball. Here's a drive. Tech, the shot is short, and they got a foul on Danzer as Ben Sumoro will get to the line.
Looked like Danzer had a clean block on that.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? And even though, and I always say this, even though the whistle comes late, doesn't mean it wasn't a foul. But I'm with you, Bill. I thought it was a clean block, but the ones that count felt otherwise. And a couple of free throws here for Sumaro.
He's your favorite guy. You're going to call him Ben. Sumahoro.
Sumahoro.
Yeah.
First one is up and in. Alice Lloyd regains the lead. He's the leading scorer at 16 a game. Second free throw on its way. He's good. He got them both. Here's Martin with it. Martin trying to come off a screen. Like I said, Tech's offense will drastically change today with no Haley available. 13 to shoot. Chapman dials up a three. It won't go. And the rebound is there for Alice Lloyd's Curry. So Morrow takes it to the basket. It won't go. The putback won't go, but there's a foul. And getting to the free throw line will be Tackett, and he'll shoot a pair.
Had a chance to do one of Tackett's games when he was playing for Logan High School. Very, very good player. Good inside, good outside. I mean, he's got a solid game.
Yeah, played for Logan and Man. In fact, Bill, funny, I had a nice conversation with him prior to the game as the first free throw was no good. I asked him, how did you end up at Alice Lloyd? He said they're the only one that offered. So I guess if they're the only one that offered, that's how you end up there.
Well, and not too far away from Logan.
And Man, like I said, I think he's originally from Man, and he ended up going to Logan his senior years. He makes one of two. So here's Chapman for Tech. In case you're just joining us, Thomas Haley not available for Tech this afternoon due to an illness. And like I said, Bill, that'll change Tech's offense completely. 14 to shoot for them. They've been basically perimeter here in the first 2.5, almost 3 minutes of this contest. Is a tough shot, comes up short by Edwards. And there's a pass ahead of the field, and it comes down to Curry. And Alice Lloyd now will reset their offense. 22 to shoot. They get the ball down low. Here's a three ball from the right side. It's too strong. That three ball by Nelson is no good, and there's a foul on the play.
And I like Sumahoro helping his opponent up. Good sportsmanship.
Well, since he's the one that knocked him down, he probably should help him up,
yeah,
right?
But, a lot of coaches don't like that.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know they don't like it. I mean, if you knock the guy down like you did, clearly a foul.
Say, hey, don't be friendly.
Well,
try to beat him.
Yeah, you can be a gentleman but still try to beat him. You can do both.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, in this day and age, 20 to shoot.
I'm not sure in this day and age.
And there's an offensive foul. So they're going to get Edwards for an illegal screen try to set a ball screen there at the head of the lane.
Here's the replay.
So right now, wouldn't you agree, Bill, the game doesn't seem like here as we're got 3 minutes and change into the game. Just doesn't seem it has any flow yet.
No, it's bogged down, and it started off with the clock problems.
So here's Curry with it, and he'll lose the ball on the drive, and it'll be a turnover. Curry came in averaging 12 a game, and he scored 14 in the first meeting against Tech. So on the turnover, Tech will have it.
And you said Dancer was the leading scorer in that first meeting with Alice Lloyd for
That
Tech.
is correct. He had 21, and Martin had 14 in that first matchup.
Which meant
here's Dancer now. He hurt us, Bills. He dials up a three and ties the game.
And for Dancer to lead a team in scoring means he's got to hit the outside shot like that.
And, he had a nice game on Saturday at Summersville where he made 6 threes in that win Saturday against IU Columbus. So here's Nelson with it. 17 to shoot. Jackson now trying to back Chapman down low. Comes the double team. Into the corner, three on its way. Good. That's a good-looking shot by Curry. And anytime you say a three-ball and Curry, that goes hand in hand with that name, right?
You're thinking of the Warriors, yeah.
Yes. And even his papa, Adele Curry, back in the day.
Yeah.
18 to shoot for Tech. Chapman on a nice drive. They cut him off. Edwards will dial it up for three in the corner. Back at you. It's raining threes.
Wow.
As Edwards drains a three ball right down the chute.
That's 5 threes, 3 of them by Tech.
So on the next dead ball, Alice Lloyd ready to make some wholesale changes, Bill. Look like they're going to bring in all 5 new players. As we got a whistle and a turnover. And as I mentioned, Tech will Tech will dip into its bench as Craven will come in, but a complete 5 for 5 coming in for Alice Lloyd as Hatchett will come in, and hopefully he isn't a Hatchet. Also into the ball game, Anderson. Let's see who else we got out there. Wills into the game. Who am I missing?
Caleb Walker, 13.
Yeah, missing him and missing somebody else. Now looks like they're going to go zone a little bit.
Napier, 32.
Craven on the drive. Martin, 13 to shoot. Tacks the basket off the glass. It won't go. Skying high for the rebound is Hatchett for Alice Lloyd, the Eagles. So 22 to shoot. Here's Hatchett. Wills with it. 11 to shoot. Here's a three ball from the corner. Good. Like I said, it's raining threes as that three ball is knocked down by Napier. So we got a three-point barrage here, Bill, in the first 6 minutes of this game.
Each team with 3 trays.
Here's Lee and Craven. Craven on the drive. They get the ball to Martin. Nice cut to the basket. He lays it up and in.
First points today for Martin.
Yeah, it was a nice play. Martin able to release. A nice pass by Craven, and Martin able to catch and take it to the basket and lay it in.
And that's the first 2-pointer for either team.
Yeah, I said it's been raining threes.
Yeah.
Here's a post off the glass, too strong. That shot put up by Wills. And here comes Tech with a chance to grab the lead. Edwards tacks the basket. Nice drive and lays it up and in, and Tech's in front.
Edwards, who had been really good off the bench, obviously starting and doing well.
That's the first lead of the ball game for Tech. Alice Lloyd has 20 to shoot. Good defense by Tech. Down on 12 on the shot clock. 7 to shoot. There's a drive into the lane, tough shot. It was almost blocked, and they'll call a foul. Tech played good defense till the final end of that play, and Edwards will commit the foul. And getting to the free throw line will be Anderson, and he will shoot 2.
Second foul on Edwards.
But first, we'll have a timeout with 13:03 remaining in the first half. It's a 1-point lead for Tech, 13-12. We'll take a break. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
This afternoon's game is brought to you by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you've had a sports-related injury, Dr. Tabbitt and his staff will get you right back on your feet, located at Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. We'll Bill out of the timeout, 13:03 remaining in the first half. Tech with a 1-point lead, but at the free throw line will be Anderson. He'll shoot 2 for the Eagles of Alice Lloyd.
Both teams shooting well to start off, especially from downtown. Alice Lloyd 3 out of 4 and Tech 3 out of 5.
As the first free throw is good to even the ball game up. Yeah, excellent shooting, as you mentioned there, Bill. You're looking at 6 of 9 between the two teams from behind the arc. And the next free throw is good, and Alice Lloyd regains the lead. So Anderson got them both. Jop into the ball game for Tech from the Senegal. And Jop's got it now, 19 to shoot. Here's Chapman on the drive, tacks the basket, tries to dump it down low to Jop, and we have a held ball, and the arrow will turn it over to Alice Lloyd.
Each team with 2 turnovers early on. Yeah, we went 7 minutes in this game before any team had a 2-pointer.
Yeah. I was loving shooting it from downtown. And the ball is loose on the floor.
Well, look at Craven hustle.
Yeah, and Craven, as you mentioned, Bill, his hustle able to force a turnover as Tech with great defensive play right there.
Absolutely. Liam Craven, nice job.
Craven, he is from Canada, Ontario. So you got Jop from the Senegal, Craven from Canada. So here is Tech with it with a chance to regain the lead. Martin with it. As we look at the clock, 20 to shoot. Martin around the screen. Craven open, will dial it up from downtown. It's short, but Chapman with the offensive rebound will reset the clock. 18 to shoot for Tech. And here's a steal. Nice defensive play by Anderson. Anderson going coast to coast into the lane. They cut him off. Here's a trail. 3-ball on its way. In and out, no good. That 3-ball was put up by Napier. The putback doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. We got a Tech foul. It's a good job that time as Michael Wills, he looks like he's about 6'8", 6'9".
He is 6'9".
Yeah, and he looks every bit of it with that big wide body there, Bill, able to clean it up and get to the line to shoot a pair.
And that's been the problem for Tech today because their inside force, Thomas Haley, is out sick. Even though you got Chop in there, who's a 7-footer, he is not good for very many minutes.
So Wills makes the first of 2.
He's made 2 out of 3 this afternoon.
And Chop will have a seat. Danzer will check back into the ball game for Tech. Wills ready, second free throw on its way, and he got them both. And Jackson will check back into the ball game as Wills will have a seat. Jackson Tackett will check into the lineup for the Eagles of Alice Lloyd.
Alice Lloyd, 7 of 8 as a team from the line.
And you're right, Bill. They've taken advantage with Haley out of the lineup and being able to, like I said, take advantage inside on the offensive end of the floor, and also Tech not really having a true post player as Chapman cuts to the basket. They cut him off. Around the horn they go. 10 to shoot for Tech. Martin with a little jab step. Spins, loses the ball. He's in trouble. 5 to shoot. They're going to have to get the shot off. Will they get it off in time? Just ahead of the shot clock. Buzzer's good. A 3-ball by Liam Craven.
Wow. His prayer was answered.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if that was a prayer. He had a good-looking shot, and I think he was able to set up back the other way, back at you, just like that. Says take that from downtown is Curry with a 3.
Well, Craven's prayer was that the clock wouldn't expire on him.
Well, yeah, he was able to get it off just in time, but he had good form as he drained the 3-ball. Here's Martin trying to back his way in, 15 to shoot. Seams will dial it up for 3. Back iron, no good, and it's run down by Alice Lloyd.
Ow.
Bringing the ball up is Strickland.
You see Seams crashed into the defender.
Anderson shaking and baking. They cut him off, 18 to shoot. Down the lane. Here's a 3 in front of us. That is no good. Battle for the rebound, and Danzer comes up with the rebound as that shot was put up by Curry. Here comes Martin. Martin passes down Craven, little short shot, it goes.
Craven having a nice game off the bench.
Yep, he's got the last back-to-back buckets, a 3-ball and then that 2 as they bring Tech within 1. Getting ready to come up on the halfway point of the first half. Here's Tackett in the low post. Backing his way down. Shot off the glass, won't go. Danzer with the rebound. That was good defense that time by Martin. And here's a turnover as Tackett able to get the pass. And Chapman able to re-steal it for Tech.
This is the kind of play that Tech wants. They don't want Alice Lloyd to get it up and down real quick.
Here's Seams into the lane, little spin move, and Tech regains the lead.
Pretty.
Back and forth we go. Kind of game I thought it would be, Bill. I think it's going to be tight all the way to the end. Here's Anderson with it. Now Tackett has it out high. Little 2-man game. 14 to shoot. Down in the post, great move and a nice finish by Ben Sumoro. And Alice Lloyd back in front. Martin on the drive, they double team him. He's in trouble, he forced it up. And that was just a really, I think, a bad offensive set for Tech.
Yeah.
There was really nothing there building, able to force it up. Anderson back the other way, down the lane. Little floater's good. And Tech wants a timeout. Timeout on the floor, 8:48 for the half. It's a 3-point advantage for Alice Lloyd as we watch that little floater as we take you to break. 23-20 in favor of the Eagles. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigation, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Hey, grab me one too.
This afternoon's game is brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you need a plumber till you need a plumber. You can dial up Modley's at 304-253-HELP. Also, the game this afternoon brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. She's my agent. She takes care of me, and she'll take care of you as well. All right, Bill, out of the timeout, 8:48 remaining in the half, and it's a 3-point lead, 23-20 for Alice Lloyd. So here's Tech with it. Chapman yo-yoing up and down with the ball, 18 to shoot. Chapman on the drive. He finds Martin cutting to the basket, and it's swatted and a foul. That was a nice cut to the basket, and the young man from Alice, Lloyd Strickland, thought he had a block, but the ones that count said nope as we watched the replay, and Martin will get to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, it did look like a clean block.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Martin, who is an 85% free throw shooter at one point, Bill, you know, he was shooting 95% from the line, shooting 85% from the line now, and the first free throw is good.
His third point averages 18. Darren Martin from Bluefield, West Virginia.
Yep, he scored 14 in the first meeting against Alice Lloyd back on January the 4th. Second free throw for Martin on its way. Looks good and is. Nothing but net on both of them, and he brings Tech within one. So here's Nelson into the front court. I had a nice conversation with the young man Nelson before the game. Nice spin move right to the front of the rim. They double team Chamero down the lane on a drive, and it finishes up and in. That's good by Strickland. Here's Martin on the move. Martin, a little pull up left of the lane, left it short. And back the other way. Here's Nelson. They dip the ball down low. Shot from the corner three is good. Strickland dials it up again.
The second long bomb.
Biggest lead of the game right here at 6 for Alice Lloyd. 7.5 remaining first half. 20 to shoot for Tech. Here's Craven with it. 12 to shoot for Tech. Chapman on a drive. 6 to shoot. Clock's running down. Seams will dial it up from downtown. It's short. That was good defense by Alice Lloyd, Bill. They really forced Tech on the perimeter the entire time on that possession. Coming up on the 7-minute mark of the half. Biggest lead of the game is right here at 6. There's Tackett. Spins. Gets to the basket. Lays it up a little strong, and Danzer clears the rebound. Seams. Tacks the basket all the way. Lays it in with the left hand. It won't go. Back and forth we go. Here comes Alice Lloyd on the move. They get the ball down. Whip it inside with the left hand. It doesn't go, but there's a foul. And Sumahoro will get to the line to shoot two. How do you like that?
Big Ben. He's 2 for 2 foul shooting, 4 total points for the 6'3" senior.
He came in averaging 16 a game, and he'll get to the line to shoot a pair as Sincere Edwards will check in after the first free throw.
It's been starting to get a little bit out of Tech's control.
Well, that's 16 fouls on Tech. So, moving forward now, every Tech foul will get Alice Lloyd to the line. Is Sumamero able to make the first of two? So Craven will have a seat. Edwards back into the lineup for Tech. Alice Lloyd 17-6 overall, 8-4 in league play. They've won 4 in a row, and they've averaged 95 points a game in that 4-game winning streak. Tech is 15-8 overall, 6-6 in league play, 6-3 here at home. And now the biggest lead of the game is right here, as both free throws were made, and it's an 8-point lead for Alice Lloyd. And let's see what we got. The ball's out of bounds with 18 to shoot. It'll stay with Tech.
Yeah, Cole Chapman thought he had an open layup, and all of a sudden it was blocked.
Right now, since it was 21-20 at one point, so right now it's a 9-2 run for Alice Lloyd that's opened up this 8-point advantage, the largest lead of the ball game here with 18 to shoot. As Chapman will put the ball in play up under his own basket. Martin, they double him up, 14 to shoot. Cole Chapman on the drive into the lane. The ball's deflected out of bounds with 9 to shoot. It'll stay with Tech.
Tech has spread the court just a bit.
Yeah, and Bill, you can, like I said earlier, no excuses, just the fact, but without Haley, they just don't have a low post option. They've been very perimeter in this first half. We're trying to go off the dribble, but the majority of it's been perimeter like there. So the clock winds down, and they have to shoot it, and they come up empty. And back the other way comes Nelson here for Alice Lloyd, coming up on the 6-minute mark of the first half. 20 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. They whip a pass into the corner. There's a three on its way. Back iron, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's picked up and laid up and in by Sumamero. And that will have Tech calling a timeout. Biggest lead of the game right here at 10. 5:49 remaining in the half. And Alice Lloyd leads Tech 32-22. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
This afternoon's game is brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Love me some Cracker Barrel. That's where I had my pregame meal. Cracker Barrel Rewards Program. You can dine, shop, and earn. And you can check them out at crackerbarrel.com/rewards. Also, the ball game here this afternoon brought to you by Exit Elevation. Exit Elevation is Luke Richmond is the broker. All right, Bill, I got something I want to run by you here, and I'll get to you here in this next little bit as Tech is down 10. Here's Chapman will dial up a three in the near corner. It's short, battle for the rebound, and Alice Lloyd comes out of there with it.
Alice Lloyd has outscored Tech 13-2 in the last 3 minutes.
All right, here's the young lady from Cracker Barrel, and I will tell you here in a minute. Josie Cross, her dad, is the regional manager. Here's a three, and that's not there. And there you're talking about a prayer answered. Curry could not get that prayer answered. Back the other way. Martin attacks the basket and lays it up and in.
Oh, a pretty play by Martin. He really knows how to contort his body.
Anyway, on Monday, we had Josie Cross on in the pregame show of our high school game. As into the lane, little jump hook is short.
Big Ben missing.
And coming out there was Martin. Anyway, on Sunday, a women's game between UConn and South Carolina being played in Columbia, South Carolina. Josie Cross is going to go to that game. And we were talking about the top female basketball player in the country right here. Seams on the drive with 14 to shoot. They cut him off. Chapman into the corner, dials it up for three. It won't go. It was right there and wouldn't go, and Curry clears the rebound. Anyway, she's telling me that she thinks that Juju Watson from Southern Cal is the best female player in the country, and I said I don't think so. I think it's Hannah Hidalgo of Notre Dame. So Eric agreed with me that it's Hannah Hidalgo of Notre Dame. Bill, do you have any input of that?
Yeah, Juju.
You think so?
She's got good juju.
Well, she got good juju, and she might be a better shooter, but I don't think, and you're entitled to your opinion, but I don't think she's nowhere near the defensive player or the scorer that held Dago is. Anyway, we got a timeout on the floor, 4:14 for the half, 8-point lead for Alice Lloyd at 32-24. We'll take a break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Hey, grab me 1, 2.
Back at the Dave Barksdale Court, by the way, Coach Barksdale is sitting up in the stands up near the roof of the dome here at the Armory. By the way, if you're looking for a great job, Affinity Coal in Sophia is hiring. Go to their Facebook page, United Coal Company. Here's Maris.
All right, out of the timeout, coming up on the 4-minute mark of the half. Here's a 3-ball by Leon Craven, and a much-needed 3 for Tech as he dials it up. So what was a 10-point lead a minute ago? Tech, Bill, able to cut it in half, but they've on a mini 5-0 run.
Craven with 8 points.
Here's Tackett with it. 18 to shoot. Into the lane. Ball stripped. Martin comes up with the loose ball.
Each team with 5 turnovers.
Martin on a drive. Leans in, kind of forced it up. And let's see, they're going to say the ball last touched Alice Lloyd, and it'll stay with Tech with 20 to shoot.
The Alice Lloyd coach, Corgenet, saying, hey, there was traveling there. Referees, that's who counts.
Here's Seams with it, 18 to shoot for Tech. Trying to post up Edwards. 10 to shoot. Around the horn they go. We got a whistle and a foul away from the ball, and they're going to call Tackett. As him and Fields were kind of bumping and grinding there in the post, and the foul was called. So that's only the 3rd team foul, the first on Tackett, and it'll be out of bounds play for Tech under their own basket with 20 to shoot. They get the ball down low to Seams. He was able to sneak in there and lay it up and in. And right now, Tech hardly on a 7-0 run to cut that 10-point lead down to 3. So Tech making a nice run here, Bill, coming up on the final 3 minutes of the half. Here's Anderson with it. Tackett has it now, 18 to shoot.
Tech has dialed up their defense.
Get the ball down low to Jackson Tackett. Tackett spins, little half hook, shot won't go. Battle for the rebound, and Edwards comes out of there with it. Tech can get within 1 or tie with a 3. They get the ball down low. Denzer able to score. A 9-0 Tech run gets them within 1.
And Edwards with a terrific pass.
Here's Anderson in the front court. 20 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. Shot put up. It's an air ball. That shot was put up that time by Strickland. Tech with a chance to regain the lead. Nice pass inside, and the ball's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Tech with 26 to shoot. Checking into the lineup will be Napier for the Eagles of Alice Lloyd. So it was a 10-point game, Alice Lloyd a minute ago, Bill, and Tech with this 9-0 run with a chance to regain the lead here in the final 2:16 of the half.
They really played well out of that timeout.
Here's Edwards with it, and there's a foul, and that will be the 4th team foul, and that'll be the foul on Anderson. So that'll be a common foul, 25 to shoot.
You know, Maris, you're talking about the Golden Bears head coach, George Wilmore, but he's got a couple of great assistants, too.
And that's Benitez Jackson and Corey Akert. Here's Martin. He shoots for the lead, and it's good. And it's an 11-0 run by Tech. They were down 10 a minute ago. That 11-0 run gives them a 1-point lead here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The ball down low to Tackett. Tackett spins. Great move with the left hand, and just like that, Alice Lloyd back in front. And you know, Bill, seems like it's always that way. Here, Tech goes on this 11-0 run, takes the lead, and boom, just like that, Alice Lloyd able to get it right back. 20 to shoot.
Fun game.
Here's Martin with it. He looks at the clock, 15 to shoot. He lost control of the ball. The ball is loose. It's picked up by Craven. We're up under 10 to shoot. Martin on the drive into the lane, and they strip him. The ball taken away by Tackett. Tackett brings it up. Get the ball down low. Here's the shot up. Danzer with a beautiful block.
Big Ben.
And the ball is kind of got a little sloppy here, and it's turned over. Alice Lloyd back the other way. They've got numbers. Coming up on the final minute, and Tackett turns it over with a double dribble.
Boy, there's been a lot of action.
That was a lot of action. It's been an exciting first half. 1 point lead for Alice Lloyd with 1:07 remaining here in the opening half. And if Bill, if you're Tech, you can go quick. You can go 2 for 1 here. But Alice Lloyd had a 10-point lead before Tech went on 11-0 run as Seams takes it all the way to the rim, and Tech regains the lead.
9 points to lead his team.
So as I say, by going quick that time, you can go 2 for 1. 23 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. The ball's free, picked up by Alice Lloyd. Anderson dials up a 3 and rattles it in. So 30 seconds left in the half. It's about a 5-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
Going to go for the last shot.
Well, they could. They're going to have to shoot it before the entire time expires, though. 15 to shoot. Tech down 2. Here's Seams. And the Massey Power Sports halftime show will recap the first half. Here's Seams, 5 to shoot. Chapman will dial it up, shoot for the lead. It's short. Anderson with the rebound. Final 4 seconds of the half. They'll have to get a shot off. Will they get it off in time? They will, and it won't go as Sir Morrow was not able to finish. And an exciting first half. At the break, it's Alice Lloyd 37 and WVU Tech Golden Bears 35. We'll take a break, come back and get you to the Massey Power Sports halftime show coming up next here on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett with Window Rota Beckley. Are you dealing with those cold winter drafts through your windows? Is it causing your energy bills to rise? If you answered yes, Window World can help. Instead of dealing with those old drafty windows another year, call Window World of Beckley today. Yes, we work all year. Our windows are Energy Star efficient and designed to resist extreme weather. Make the smart investment with our no interest for 15 months. Call Window World of Beckley today.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Okay, we're back now courtside at the Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center. We're glad to have you aboard. Yours truly, Bill O'Brien, with Maris Lowry. Nick Eskins, the heavy hitter, is our producer-director. I'd like to remind you that if you really enjoy a family place to go for entertainment, you want to go to Leisure Lanes on Johnstown Road in Beckley. Futuristic bowling is fun, fun, fun. Plus, they've got wonderful food there. It's just a great place to take the family. Leisure Lanes with futuristic bowling on Johnstown Road in Beckley. Here's Maris.
Well, Bill, it was a very exciting first half, just like you and I thought it would be, as Alice Lloyd has a 2-point advantage at the break, 37-35, and went back and forth. The first immediate timeout, it was 13-12 in favor of Tech. And then Alice Lloyd got on a little run there and got up by 10, and then Tech went on an 11-0 run to go up by 1 before Alice Lloyd was able to regain the lead right ahead of the halftime buzzer and take a 37-35 lead. This is such a big game. Alice Lloyd entered this game 17-6 overall, 8-4 in league play. Tech entered the game 15-8 overall and 6-6 in league play. But Alice Lloyd had been hot. They had won 4 in a row, and in that 4-game winning streak, they've been averaging 95 points a game. But Tech did a good job in that first half, limited them only to 37 points, and it's a 2-point lead for Alice Lloyd. All right, we'll take a break. We come back here in the Massey Power Sports halftime show. We'll go inside the numbers of the first half as Alice Lloyd, the Eagles, they lead the Golden Bears of WVU Tech by 2, 37-35 at the break. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, Financing made easy for everyone. Highest trade-in value. And the number one reason to shop Midstate Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Midstate Ford in Summersville. MidstateFordWV.com.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. 2-point lead for Alice Lloyd over Tech in this men's game. They lead 37-35. We're going to go inside the numbers of the first half. Inside the numbers brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. And man, I'd like to have me an ice-cold Pepsi right about now in a blue can. And Bill, I guess you got to do inside the numbers before you get your blue can of Pepsi, and you have the numbers of what was a very exciting first half.
It really turned out to be a good game after we got the clock all set up and got into the flow of the game. Alice Lloyd from Eastern Kentucky has a 2-point advantage, as you heard. Nobody on either team in double figures, but a lot of people got in the scoring column for the Eagles from Alice Lloyd. They're led by an 8-point game from Ben Sumaharo, Maris's favorite player. Sumaharo with 8 points. Strickland has chipped in with 8. Koji Anderson off the bench with 7. Jacob Curry scored 6. 3 points for Tackett and 2 points for Micah Wills. For WVU Tech, 9 points for Adam Seams leads the way. Darren Martin has scored 8. 8 points for Liam Craven off the bench. 5 for Dancer, 5 for Edwards, and that's the scoring for WVU Tech. Team totals now. Alice Lloyd, 11 field goals made out of 26 shots. That's 42%. 6 of 11 from downtown. That's 55%. And 9 out of 10 foul shooting. That's 90%. They lead with rebounds of 17 as compared to 14 for Tech. Each team, by the way, with 7 turnovers. Team totals for WVU Tech, 14 made shots out of 30 tries. That's 47%. 5 of 14 from long range. That's 36%. 2 of 2 foul shooting for 100%. We had 5 ties. The lead changed hands 8 times. And this is interesting. Points in the paint. Alice Lloyd has the big advantage underneath because the center for the Golden Bears is sick, and so our center Thomas Haley could not play today. Nevertheless, Tech has points in the paint 18-10.
Yeah, and Tech's been doing it off the drive, and like I said, they really haven't had a post game without Haley, but the main thing is the defense that Tech played, especially when they got down 10, went on that 11-0 run, and then they got the lead, and now they're down 2 as we're about 6 or 7 minutes away from starting the second half.
Both these teams certainly have played to their maximum efficiency. We'll see how it comes down to crunch time, because that's what happened the first time these two teams played. Late in the ball game, Tech had a 10-point advantage, and Alice Lloyd was able to come from behind. By the way, we've got the ladies warming up right now. The women's game between these two schools will start at 4 o'clock, and Maris will have that.
And, Bill, what I find unique is I'm looking, as you're talking, in the first game between Alice Lloyd and WVU Tech, they played both men's and women's the same day, a doubleheader like we're doing here this afternoon. It was back on January 4th. In the men's game, Alice Lloyd won that 82-75. In the women's game, Alice Lloyd won 72-65. How about that?
That's interesting.
Just 10 less points for each team, same margin of victory. By the way, Alice Lloyd is 9-14. The women's team, Tech finally broke that long losing streak, and they are 2-21, and see if they can string a couple of wins together. We'll have that following the men's game.
Well, Maris, you went to Summersville on Saturday and did both games, and that had been, I think, the first game that you had done play-by-play for the women, and they won. So they want you back, and you're going to be back for the second game. And then I'll be doing the high school game tonight at Shady Spring as Bluefield will travel in a makeup game to Shady, and that'll be an airtime around 7 o'clock.
And by the way, Bill, on Saturday afternoon, we'll have a doubleheader here at the Raleigh County Convention Center. Actually, a tripleheader, but a doubleheader with Tech. You'll be doing both the men and the women as they'll take on Rio Grande. The men's game will tip at 1. The women's game will tip at 3. Eric Thomas and I will be at Shady Spring High School for Fairmont and Shady, and then we'll come over here to the Raleigh County Armory and have Riverside and Beckley high school games. So there'll be 3 games here at the Raleigh County Convention Center on Saturday, 1 game at Shady, and of course, Video Productions, we got it covered.
We do indeed, and of course, because of Nick Eskins, the heavy hitter, and his crew, there's always fun on Video Productions.
And Bill, you know the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, he must be made of taffy, because not only was he doing a great job here this afternoon producing and directing at Tech, then he's going to stretch his way to Shady and do the game tonight, and that's like being made out of taffy. You remember taffy. You got to be as old as you, Bill, to remember that candy that stretched all the way across from one county to the other, and that's what we're doing here tonight with Nick's talent, stretching him all the way across the county.
Well, I was going to say I was into licorice, but who cares?
Well, gosh, if you're into licorice, that explains you, Bill. And with that, we got to take a break. All right, we'll take a break, and we're about 5 minutes away from starting the second half. Alice Lloyd up by 2, 37-35. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
The most mouth-watering showdown on television. The Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. Right here at your local Little General store. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Take a ride to the north side and get your big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville, MidStateFordWV.com.
Seconds on the clock. He hands it off. Finds a hole in the middle. Clear. Nothing but Brian moves. Incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza. Better with Pepsi.
As our halftime continues, it's a 2-point lead for Alice Lloyd, 37-35. This afternoon's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Orthopedic and Trauma, Dr. John Tabbitt. Whether you're in a car accident or you have a sports-related injury or you've had a sports-related injury, you can check out Dr. Tabbitt and his staff. They'll get you right back on your feet. They're located on Woodcrest Drive in Beckley. Also, the ball game brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's, the only number you'll ever need to remember is 304-253-HELP. And when you dial HELP, they come a-calling, and they will help you out. Who are you going to call? Not Ghostbusters. You're going to call Modley's. By the way, Bill, did you know that the movie and the song Ghostbusters is 41 years old this year? How about that?
Oh, my gosh.
How about that? You knew that, didn't you?
I was old then, and I'm
you're
older now.
Older now.
Older
well,
now.
I was young then, and I'm a little older now. And
we were just talking about Nick Eskins, who's our heavy hitter.
producer
wasn't
director.
around for all of this.
No, he was not. He was not born yet. But you and I are culturally bringing him along.
Yeah. He's wondering, what is taffy? What is licorice?
He's looking at me like, what the heck is wrong with me? All right. All right, Bill. So we're here in the Massey Power Sports halftime show, second half. So, Bill, if you were in the Alice Lloyd locker room, what might you have heard?
Well, the first thing is you've got a superior height advantage, and you need to use it. Jackson Tackett, who is their center from Logan County, has been held to 1 field goal. So you got to get it to him more. For the Golden Bears, when they ramped up their defense, they were down by 10 points. They scored 11 straight because they kicked their defense up a couple of notches.
Yeah, they were able to turn Alice Lloyd over and get out and get a good, scoring opportunities. And a 2-point game, and it's been back and forth. And other than that, like I said, the little spurt that Alice Lloyd had to go up by 10, then Tech 11-0 spurt to get back in the game. 2-point game, and I think it's going to come all the way down to the end.
I think you're right. It looked like the Golden Bears were just about out of it when they were down by 10, and then they cranked it up. So they've got the ability to really go in spurts. And, it seems like you and I have talked about this all the years that you and I did Woodrow Wilson basketball together. It was always Beckley was successful when they got on a spurt.
Well, that's it. You really gain the momentum, and, defense is what does that. The defense fuels the runs. You got to get stops so you can get out and get good opportunities to score. And when you play good defense, that leads to, to better offense. But, this Alice Lloyd team, they've been pretty good. As we know, they've been really good on the road. They're 7-4. There's not very many teams in this league that have a winning record on the road, and it is hard to win away from home, and Alice Lloyd has been able to do that, winning 7 of 11 tries away from home.
Looking around the arena, Dr. Ramon Stewart, the president of WVU Tech, is here. Good to see him as always, one of the really standout college administrators. And, of course, we mentioned earlier that former head basketball coach for Beckley and for the old Mountain State University, Dave Barksdale, is here up in the rafters.
As a matter of fact, he called me this morning.
Oh?
Coach Barksdale, yes, he did. He called me this morning. And
was it a pickleball thing?
No, about the city and about, for those who don't know, I'm the president of the Beckley Babe Ruth League, and Coach Barksdale is a big part of that. And we had some things to discuss. And when he called me, Bill, he called me something nice, as he always does. And that's always good to know.
That's
All right.
a good thing.
Ready to start the second half. Tech will have the first possession, a chance to tie or perhaps regain the lead if they can hit a 3 here in this first possession of the second half.
And they're going with their original starting 5.
So here's Martin with it. Seams off the screen. 20 to shoot. They find Martin. Martin puts it on the deck. Tough shot from 15, and it's an air ball. That was a very difficult shot. And back the other way, here comes Nelson for Alice Lloyd. Down low, we got an offensive foul. And that's an offensive foul, a clear out, and that's a good call on Ben Sumaharo.
By the way, nobody on either team has foul trouble. In fact, only one player has 2, and that's Sincere Edwards.
So each team not able to convert on the first possession of the second half. And once again, here's Tech, Bill, with a chance to tie or regain the lead on this possession. Here's Chapman with it. 17 to shoot. Chapman on the drive, finds Martin into the lane. They double team him. Edwards thought about the 3. I thought he was going to take it as he tries to get a little closer, and he throws it away. Actually, Bill, I thought he should have taken the 3.
Yeah, it was open.
Yeah.
And that's the 8th Golden Bear turnover.
So on 2 possessions the second half, an air ball and a turnover for Tech, as we're just about a minute into the second half, as Chapman is all over Nelson, making Nelson work to get the ball up the floor. 20 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. $13 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. Danzer with a nice play, almost got a steal. It'll be side out for Alice Lloyd with 11 to shoot. So putting the ball in play will be Curry, and he'll get the ball to Strickland. 8 on the clock. They've got to go quick. Tackett will dial up a 3. It won't go, and Seams will clear the rebound. Third chance, Bill, for Tech to tie or regain the lead.
And again, you have the center for Alice Lloyd shooting a 20-footer.
Yeah, the clock was running down on that one. As Martin will dial up a 3 and shoot for the lead, it won't go. And the rebound is to Jason Tackett.
Alice Lloyd likes to score a lot, but not today.
Double team, and a nice cut to the basket for the easy layup for Sumaro.
That's 10 points. He has the first double-digit scoring record.
Yeah, he came in averaging 16, 2 minutes into the second half. Here's Seams, 19 to shoot. Seams on the drive. They cut him off. Chapman will dial it up for three. It won't go. Danzer comes in with a rebound and a nice putback.
Wow, he came out of nowhere.
He sure did. I don't think no one saw Danzer hanging out in the corner, and you're right, Bill. He came out of nowhere for the rebound and the putback.
Sumahoro.
Yeah, thought he was going to drive all the way to the hoop. Finds Strickland. Strickland gets into the lane and able to score. That's a tough play by Strickland in traffic.
And he's got 10 points.
He came in averaging 15. Strickland led Alice Lloyd in the first game against Tech with 19. Here's Edwards with it, 17 to shoot. Edwards trying to back his way in. Ball's knocked free. Picks it up. Passes Chapman. Chapman tacks the basket. A lot of contact. No whistle.
Whoa.
And back the other way. Here we go with Alice Lloyd. They got numbers. Nelson will dial it up from three. It's short. Battle for the rebound. Put back up is good by Ben Samoro. Back the other way. Seams. Edwards dials it up for three. It won't go. And right now Tech is struggling on the offensive end, Bill. We played 3.5 minutes of the second half, and Tech has only got 2 points of three. Good! Right down the chute by Curry.
His third triple.
And just like that, it's a 9-point advantage. Seams up and under. It won't go. Tackett with the rebound. Here's Nelson. Alice Lloyd on the move. Strickland for three. That's off. Battle for the rebound right to Chapman. Edwards on the drive, tacks the basket, puts the shot up, and won't go. And Edwards will get to the line, and he will shoot a pair. And let's see if that'll get us to immediate timeout. We're 4 seconds shy of 4 minutes into the second half, so I guess we will not go to immediate timeout as Edwards will get to the line. As that foul will go against Nelson, his first, team second of the second half. And the first free throw is good.
6 points for Edwards. That was his first foul shooting chance this afternoon as Liam Craven comes in.
And Anderson will check in for Alice Lloyd. Edwards ready. Second free throw on its way, and he got them both. So 4 minutes into the second half. Into the ball game now is Hatchett for Alice Lloyd. Anderson has it now, 15 to shoot. There's a double team in the low post. Good defense by Seams. Ball's knocked free, 10 to shoot. Strickland on the drive, tacks the basket, and the ball is partially blocked, and there's a foul. And let's see who they call it on, as the foul's going to be on Craven, because I thought Edwards it was a good block as we watch the replay here. And you can see Edwards with a clean block, but the foul's on Craven.
Second foul on Liam Craven.
So it'll be 2 shots. For how I think they're going to have to wipe up some of the perspiration there in the lane before we shoot the free throws.
And we got to find something to do that.
Well, Bill, you got an extra shirt?
I've got an extra tissue.
Well, I don't know if a tissue will work. How about that sweater you're wearing?
Hey, why not? Thanks.
All right.
It's blue. That's a Notre Dame color.
So it'll be 2 shots for Strickland. Jared Strickland, averaging 15 a game. First free throw is good.
His 11th point of the afternoon, 6'4" senior.
Lead is 8. Biggest lead has been 10 by Alice Lloyd. Second free throw is good. Got them both. Pushes the lead out to 9. Here's Martin with it, 24 to shoot. Martin around the screen, trying to get to the baseline, 15 to shoot. Martin backs his man down, leans in, puts the shot up, it won't go. Good defense that time by Alice Lloyd. And on the move, and there's a turnover. Double dribble, and Hatchett that time turned it over as checking into the ball game will be Landon Napier for Alice Lloyd.
Each team with 8 mistakes. Really been a well-played game. But it's been the flow, when you've got everything going in high gear, and we've had just a few of those.
So here's Tech with possession of the ball coming up on the 15-minute mark. And the ball is knocked free but picked up by Edwards with 18 to shoot. Danzer on a drive into the lane, and he'll draw the foul. That's a good move by Danzer. As he got to the rim, he had a smaller man on him, and Hatchett does commit the foul as Hatchett does the hatcheting on that play, and Danzer will step to the line to shoot 2.
Danzer was the leading point maker in the earlier game that these two schools played. He's going to need to pump up his point making. Right. We got a timeout.
Timeout on the floor, 14:57 remaining second half, 48-39 the lead for Alice Lloyd. Take a break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. Also, the ball game brought to you in part by Cracker Barrels. The first free throw by Danzer is no good. Cracker Barrel's where I had my pregame meal. Love me some Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel Rewards Program. You can dine, shop, and earn, as you can check them out at crackerbarrel.com/rewards. Second free throw is good, so 1 of 2 is made by Danzer. And that trims the lead to 8. Biggest lead, Bill, was 10 in the first half by Alice Lloyd, and that got erased on a 11-0 Tech run. But now Alice Lloyd has reopened the lead to 8 and have a chance to take it to a double-digit lead on this possession.
Maris, we've just gotten the official updated stats. Tech is shooting 12% in this half.
Here's a step back. It's a 2, not a 3, and this will equal the largest lead of the game at 10 points, as that was a nice shot by Anderson. So they've taken that 2-point halftime advantage, Bill, and now got a double-digit lead up to 10. Well, like I said, equaling the largest lead of the game. Yeah. Edwards, power move, front of the rim, and able to score. That's a nice play by Sincere Edwards. Boy, I like his game. And Edwards now pokes the ball out of bounds. It'll be 20 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. Is checking back into the Alice Lloyd lineup. It's going to be Strickland, and having a seat will be Tackett. So Hatchett will put the ball in play. 20 to shoot, 14:04 for the game. Alice Lloyd's biggest lead has been 10 on 2 different occasions. Leads 8 now. There's a drive to the basket. They whip a pass. Here's a 3-ball in the far corner, and there's a foul. And that's going to be 3 shots, I believe, as the 3 was taken by Napier, and he is fouled by Edwards on the run out.
Wow. That's 3rd foul on Edwards.
Yeah, he tries to close out, and he commits the foul. And as you mentioned, Bill, his 3rd, that'll be the team's 2nd. And that's 3 shots coming for Landon and Napier.
He's hit a long ball for his 3 points this afternoon.
And if he can hit all 3, it would be the biggest lead of the game. First free throw's good.
Women's game starts in 1 hour from now between these two teams. We'll have it on Video Productions.
Second free throw for Napier. On its way is good. And this is the 3rd time here today that Alice Lloyd has led by 10. And this Napier is successful here. It'll be the largest lead of the game. And he is, and that is. Biggest lead of the game right here at 11 for Alice Lloyd. Alice Lloyd trying to get the broom out and sweep Tech. Here's Seams for three. It won't go. The ball is tipped, and it's out of bounds. No, saved beautifully. Good hustle by Alice Lloyd.
Big Ben did it.
Yes. Here's a drive. And now here is Samarnaro putting up the shot. It's no good as Martin will clear the rebound.
You're getting closer.
Close enough.
Sumamaro?
Him. Martin into the lane. Tough shot. It won't go, and the rebound is cleared by Anderson. Here's Hatchett on a drive. Tacks the basket, lays it up and in. And right now, Bill, looks like Tech is reeling as this is the biggest lead of the game right here for Alice Lloyd at 13.
Just no offense.
And like I said, that's just the way it is when you don't have your main guy. They don't have Haley this afternoon.
Yeah.
And you can't make excuses. You still got to go out there and play. And Tech's going to need a timeout. As they're down now 15 on the verge of maybe getting blowed out here.
It's 14 for Strickland, leading everybody in scoring.
And it's a 7-0 run for Alice Lloyd to open up this 15-point advantage. Edwards into the lane. Edwards turn around. Off the glass, it won't go. Tipped around, and the rebound comes out to Hatchett. Hatchett catches it, lays it up and in. A 9-0 run. Tech trying to play through it, Bill, coming up on the 12-minute mark. Biggest lead of the game right here at 17. Like I said, Alice Lloyd was a good road team, 7-4 coming into the game today. And here over the last 3 or 4 minutes, they have flexed their muscles to open up this big lead. Here's a three, which is nowhere near. And like you said, Bill, the offense, there's just nothing, no post game, and it's really hurt Tech here in the second half. Right down the lane, no defense, and Tech couldn't be happy with that as the lead has ballooned up to 19 as looked like the parting of the Red Sea is Hatchett right down the lane.
There it is, yeah. Nobody there to stop him.
So timeout on the floor, 11:51 remaining in the ball game, and now Alice Lloyd has opened it up to 61-42. It's a 30-second timeout. So while we got a 30-second timeout, we'll tell you that this afternoon's game is brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal offers no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan for Infinity Coal. Also, the game brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Leisure Lanes has futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night. You can dial them up, 304-253-7328, and also Exit Elevation. The game brought to you in part by them, as Luke Richmond is the broker, and you can dial him up at 304-256-0101. Well, Bill, it's real danger time. With 11:51 left in the ball game, it's a 19-point advantage, and looked like it was about a 4-point lead a minute ago. Next thing you know, Alice Lloyd was just, they've gotten busy, and they've really made it tough for Tech.
Well, that's right. The Golden Bears have only scored 7 points in the second half, and we're almost halfway through the half. And down by 19. They were only down by 2 at intermission.
Yeah, so if they're going to get back in it, they got to do it on the defensive end. But they got to start making shots.
Yeah.
And Danzer was able to get free, catch, shoot, and score. So there's a start if you're Tech of trying to get back in it. But they've got to get stops if you're Tech.
10 points for Dancer.
And there's an offensive foul on Jackson Tackett. And I'll tell you, Seams, man, he took the shot.
Boy, he was clobbered. Whoa. He's got cobwebs up there in the brain area. He's going to go to the bench.
No, I think he's going to stay in the game. Or is he? Yeah, he's staying in the game.
Yeah. Well, he took a shot.
Here's Edwards on the drive. Finds Martin. 14 to shoot. They double team Martin as he takes the ball to the baseline. Now he got single coverage. Now into the lane, puts the shot up. It won't go, but he'll draw the foul, and Martin will get to the line.
Martin has been held scoreless here in the second half. 8 points for the game, 2 for 2 foul shooting so far.
Yeah, he came in averaging 18, and like I said, as you mentioned, Bill, he hasn't scored yet here in the second half. And we're a minute and 18 away from being halfway through this second half. Martin will shoot a pair at 85% free throw shooter. First free throw is no good. Then I jinx him.
Yeah. Huh.
Biggest lead has been 19. 17 now. Martin's free throw is good. He gets 1 of 2. So Alice Lloyd has taken that 2-point halftime advantage and expanded it now to what was 19-point lead a minute ago to 16 now. 20 to shoot. Ball goes into Tackett. Back out to Strickland with 15 to shoot. Napier with 8 to shoot. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. There'll be 6 on the clock. 6 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. Got to get it in quick, Bill, and got to get up a good shot. And they're going to have to take a shot, 3 to shoot. They get the shot up, and it's going to be, should not be a shot clock. Play on. Is Chapman able to come down there with it? Seam steps into a 3, and that's an air ball, but Chapman gets the rebound. Danzer puts it up. It won't go, but he'll draw the foul. And you know what, Bill, you had mentioned that Seams got cobwebs, and when he shot that 3, maybe the goal was moving on him because that was nowhere close, and normally he's a way better three-point shooter than what we saw there.
Yeah, you're right about that. He probably needs just a rest for a couple of minutes, but he's a tough guy.
So Danzer with the chance to get Tech back a little closer with the clock stopped with 10:40 left in the game as Danzer makes the first of 2.
11 points for Danzer, 2 of 3 foul shooting so far. He was the leading point maker in the earlier game these two schools played.
Yeah, he had 21 in that one. He's ready. Second free throw on its way. Back iron no good as Tackett clears the rebound for Alice Lloyd. Here's Anderson in the front court. 10.5 remaining in the game. Nice drive, little stop, jump hook is good.
Big Ben, he's got 16.
Talking about Ben Sumamaro.
Here you go.
Here's Martin, backs his way down. They double team him. He's in trouble, puts the shot up. That was a forced shot as Tackett able to clear the rebound for Alice Lloyd. And here's Anderson with it. Get the ball to Shermaro. Whips a pass over to Strickland. 16 to shoot. Nice drive, head and shoulder fake. Draws the foul.
Ben Sumaharo, your favorite player.
That's right, Sumaharo, good player.
He is.
And we'll take a break as there's a timeout on the floor with 9:54 remaining in the ball game. Alice Lloyd in front of Tech, 63-46. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Welcome, folks, to the most mouth-watering showdown on television, the Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off, right here at your local Little General store. As the snacks fly and the deli slices, remember, dear viewers, every item they're using can be found at your nearest Little General store, where creativity meets convenience. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
We welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center in Beckley with Bill O'Brien. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, doing a fabulous job as always. Jackie Moon on camera. Bill, 63-46, the lead for Alice Lloyd with 9:54 left in the game. And, you know, as we take a look, the stats just came in. And, you know, one thing, too, as a team, Alice Lloyd has been very efficient at the free throw line, making 14 of 15. Does that mean I just jinxed him for these 2 free throws now?
Could be. Here is your buddy, Ben Sumaharo.
So Sumaharo at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. Like I said, Alice Lloyd has made 14 of 15 free throws in the game today, and that free throw is good.
You know, the other thing is the floor shooting in the second half. Tech is only 3 of 17. That's 17.6%. Meantime, Alice Lloyd, 10 of 15 from the floor. That's 67%.
Second free throw is no good. 1 of 2 made. And here comes Tech. Women's game will follow this. And Maddie Belcher will join me on the play-by-play of the Alice Lloyd women against the W Tech Lady Golden Bears. We'll have that following this game. Here's Chapman into the lane, off the glass, up and in.
His first points of the afternoon.
9.5 remaining in this one. Here's Strickland on the move, into the lane, leans in, off the glass, and he scores. Nice move by Strickland into the lane. 18-point lead. Biggest has been 19.
He's got 16 of them.
Danzer on the drive, over to Chapman. 20 to shoot. .14 on the shot clock. Chapman open, he'll dial it up for three. In and out, heartbreak. That ball was halfway down, and it won't stay down. And here's Alice Lloyd on the move. Here's Curry dialing up a three. It won't go, and Edwards will clear the rebound for Tech. Edwards on the drive, little scoop shot. It won't go as Tackett clears for Alice Lloyd. And a nice play by Seams to get back and intercept that long pass. Danzer down the lane, and he'll finish front of the rim.
Nice and smooth.
That's how you run the break. Danzer able to run the floor, able to catch and get right to the front of the rim and lay it up and in. 20 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. Here's a three ball in the near corner. Good! Right down the chute, a three ball by Curry.
His fourth long ball.
This will equal the largest lead of the game right here at 19, here at the 8-minute mark of the second half. Seams. Danzer open. He'll dial it up for three. It's going to be short, and that was way short. I knew the minute the ball left his hand it was going to be short. I didn't know it was going to be that short. Here's the low post Tackett, and they turn him over. Here's Chapman. Head of the field of the pass to Adam Seams. Seams will dive in, and he'll draw the foul and get to the line. So what was the 2-point game at halftime, Bill? That this second half, Alice Lloyd has dominated. They've taken that 2-point advantage to a 19-point lead.
Well, and a lot of it is just the Golden Bears have no offense. Adam Seams had 9 points in the first half, 0 here in the second half.
And he'll shoot a pair. First free throw is good. Also checking in the Tech lineup will be Simon Tesfit. He'll get his first action of the afternoon. As the first free throw by Adam Seams is good, he'll now shoot the back end. And the second free throw is also good. He got them both. Here's Strickland. .20 to shoot. Strickland on the drive, leans in, puts up the shot, and it goes.
Well, he's tough. 18 points.
Yeah, he came in averaging 15. He's 3 over his average at 18. He had 14, I beg your pardon, he had 19 in the first meeting. As Danzer will dial it up for three and hit it.
16 for Danzer.
Well, you know, if you're Tech, though, as we come up on the 7-minute mark of the game, Bill, you can't trade hoops with them. You got to get stops. 15 to shoot. Nice finish right to the bucket.
Sumahoro.
That
Wow.
sounds Japanese.
Yeah. I'll find out where he's from.
Well, I don't think he's from Japan.
No.
Just laying it up and in is Edwards. Like I said, you're just trading baskets, and if you're Tech, you really can't do that. You're running out of time. We're down to 6.5 remaining in the game. You got to get stops if you're Tech. Sumamaro with it on the baseline. They cut him off, and here's a steal. Here's Chapman with it. Tesfit will dial it up for three and hit right down the chute. All of a sudden, Tech has cut it to 13, Bill. They were down 19 a minute ago. And another thing, too, Alice Lloyd is over the limit in fouls. So every foul by Alice Lloyd will get Tech to the line. With 15 to shoot.
Still a lot of time left.
Yeah, big possession here. 10 to shoot. Samaro on a spin. Has his shot blocked. 6 on the clock. Right into the lane, and that's Tackett able to score. Seams backs up. 3 ball right down the chute. Tech now within 12. There's a drive all the way to the basket, and there's a foul, and that will be Brady Nelson will get to the line to shoot 2. Women's game will follow this. Maddie Belcher will join me for the play-by-play action of the Tech women against the Alice Lloyd women.
If you're wondering, Maris, your buddy Ben Sumahoro is from Lawrenceville, Georgia.
I don't think that's anywhere near Japan, is it?
Well, it's 7,000 miles away.
That's nowhere near, as the free throw is good by Nelson.
He's a starter, and that's the first point he scored today.
And he makes the second of 2, as it will be Anderson who will check in to the Eagles' scheme of things here. So Tech will play again Saturday afternoon. It'll be a doubleheader, 1 o'clock for the men's game, 3 o'clock for the women's game against Rio Grande, as there's a 3-ball by Seams. Is good.
Wow.
Seams has come alive here lately, as he hadn't scored in the second half till just not too long ago, and he's able to dial up a 3-ball.
From way out.
20 to shoot for Alice Lloyd. We're under 5 minutes for the game. And here's Seams with the steal. Seams goes in, and it's swatted. What a beautiful defensive play by Shormaro. Back the other way. 3 is good. That 3-ball is good by Curry. And we got a timeout on the floor.
Boy, Seams he's got a cramp.
And he went hard to the basket, and Shormaro with a great defensive play. So while they attend to Seams, there's a timeout on the floor. 4:38 remaining in the game. 80-66 is the lead for Alice Lloyd. We'll take a break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Path to a rewarding, well-paying career is close to home. Discover what WVU Tech graduates already know. We're a small campus with big opportunities. With hands-on experience in high-demand programs like hospitality, forensic investigations, cybersecurity, engineering, and nursing, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce, solving West Virginia's most important problems. We know that you can change the world, and it starts here at home.
Hey, grab me one too.
Welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center in Beckley with Bill O'Brien. I'm Maris Lowry. Heavy hitter Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. So, Bill, we got 4.5 to go, and it's a 14-point lead by Alice Lloyd. Their biggest has been 19. It's 80-66 as they've taken care of Seams, and he was cramping, and he's out of the game now as Tech has possession of the ball.
Seams with 17 leads the way now for Tech.
Yeah, Seams came in averaging 11, and here's Leon Craven a deep 3, and it won't go as Jackson Tackett skies high for the rebound for Alice Lloyd.
Alice Lloyd, 70% from the floor in the second half.
And they've really been good at the free throw line as well, as that's a tough shot by Shormaro as he got maybe a little too close and hit up under the rim. Back the other way, here's a short shot, no good by Edwards. And Tech, an empty possession. Here's Anderson on the move. Whips a pass down low. Good defensive play that time by Craven to get back. And even 4 minutes left in the game, 24 to shoot. As Seams, he didn't stay out long, Bills. He's ready to check back in. And Martin also will check back in.
Yeah, Seams is tough. Greenbrier East graduate, not only a star basketball player, but also soccer.
Yep, state champion. He was the top
champion.
Yep, he was the top soccer player in the state, and they won the state championship his senior year in boys Greenbrier East. That shot by Strickland is short. Shormaro puts it back up and in.
Big Ben doing it well.
But, you know, there was a 2-point lead for Alice Lloyd at halftime, but, Bill, they have really dominated this entire second half. They've led by as many as 19.
That's how many Sumaharo has.
Here's Edwards. Leaving Craven will dial it up from downtown. That's short. And, you know, there's no question that, don't know, as the ball's knocked out of bounds, it'll stay with Alice Lloyd. But not making excuses, but just know Tech is a different team without Thomas Haley this afternoon.
No doubt.
They really had no low post game, at least nothing to run their offense through. And without Haley on both ends of the floor, and then, of course, they're already missing Braden Chapman. So technically, you're missing 2 starters, and that's just the nature of the beast. That's just the way it is. It's 17 to shoot for Alice Lloyd.
And not just starters, but stars.
So 10 to shoot, and they're running a little clock coming up on the 3-minute mark. There is a shot up over the head and good. Nice, successful shot by Strickland. But this game's got away from Tech here in the second half, and you got to credit Alice Lloyd. They've played really, really good.
Well, Tech only shooting 30% from the floor in the second half.
Yeah, and I think Alice Lloyd's had a lot to do with that. Their defense is that 3 is short. That 3 put up by Curry. And here's Liam Craven back the other way. Here's Danzer for 3. It won't go. 2.5 remaining in the game. We'll have a very quick wrap-up. We'll be on with the women's game. Down the lane, the short shot by Anderson's no good. He got his own rebound. And they'll throw the ball back out and run a little clock, 15 to shoot. So Strickland just yo-yoing the ball up and down, 10 to shoot. And the ball is stripped. And they won't get the shot off, and there's a shot clock violation with 2:03 left in the game.
That's the 16th turnover, but they have just shot so well, doesn't make any difference about turnovers.
Yeah, and Bill, I think on that possession, they would have rather obviously got a shot off, but I think with this kind of lead, I don't think they really care that they milked the clock all the way down and ended up a shot clock violation. And here's Martin with it, with 1:50 remaining in the game. 17 to shoot, and Tech throws it away. As checking into the ball game will be Landon Napier for the Eagles of Alice Lloyd.
From Pipapassus, Kentucky.
Yes, that's near Hazardous, Kentucky. You remember Hazardous, right?
Well, there wasn't any OUS on it.
No, but you remember it.
I do.
And you remember
them Duke boys.
Right, the Dukes of Hazard back in the day. Boss Hogg, you remember that?
I do.
That goes back into the 80s.
He was my hero.
We're talking 40 years ago. Everybody remembers Daisy Duke. We remembered that from 40 years ago.
That's the part we remember.
Yeah, that's the part a lot of people remembered back in the day is Daisy Duke. That shot is partially blocked. And here in the final minute and a half, here's Chapman with it. Seams will dial it up for 3. That won't go. Long rebound. And it will come out to, let's see, new player in the game, Walker's. That 3 is up and in. 3 by Anderson. So here's the biggest lead of the game right here. And there's a shot that won't go, and Edwards will draw the foul with 1:10 to go. Bill, you and I have been around a while. Of course, we have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, at 21. Maddie Belcher, who's going to work the next game with me. I don't think she's just 20, I believe, if that's correct.
So Maddie is 20. Women how old
I'm
they
not
are.
asking her. I'm just figuring out loud. She's sitting right beside me, so she's nodding her head that I was correct. She's 20. So you and I, especially me, have to remember that when I talk about things casually that happened 30, 40, 50 years ago, that I would not expect Maddie to know that. But Maddie knows history because you have a phone and it's called Google.
Yes.
And you know what, Bill? I tell everybody when you want to know something, you call Google and Google will call me and I'll tell Google what's going on. How you like that?
Edwards with 13 points after making both shots.
I'd laugh at that, too, here in the final minute of this one. There's a left hand up and in, and that is Welch into the ball game for the first time.
Naz Welch.
So, as Martin goes to the rack, he'll draw the foul. So, Bill, Alice Lloyd's going to go to 18-6. They have a 5-game winning streak. And like I said, through their 4-game winning streak, they were averaging 95. With 49.6 or at 89. So, they may not hit the 95, but, boy, they're just about there.
Martin has been held ineffective here in the second half. Only 9 points for the afternoon, 1 here in the second half.
And
now 2.
First free throw is good. Yeah, he does not have a field goal here in the second half. And they've really needed his offense because he came in averaging 18 a game. So Martin ready. Second free throw on its way, and he got them both. So Alice Lloyd's going to go to 18-6. Tech's going to fall to 15-9. Tech's going to be a game under .500 in league play at 6-7, and Alice Lloyd will go to 9-4 in league play. Alice Lloyd will have won their 5th in a row. And Alice Lloyd, like I said, a good road team. They'll be 8-4 on the road. Tech will be 6-4 at home. So we play out the final 35 seconds of this one. 14 to shoot. Tough little shot, and it goes. That's a tough shot by Walker, able to score. So the final 20 seconds, and Martin dials up a 3, and it's good. So Alice Lloyd, I'm going to say they won't even have to shoot. They'll just hold it and run it out. We'll have a short post-game show coming up after this, and the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show, and then we'll get you the women's game. Final score will be Alice Lloyd, 91, and the WVU Golden Tech, 73. So with the win, Alice Lloyd now has won 5 in a row. They're now 18-6 overall, and they are 9-4 in league play. Tech with the loss will go to 15-9 overall. They're 1 game under 500 in league play at 6-7, and they are 6-4 at home here in this building at the Raleigh County Convention Center. All right, we'll take a break, come back, wrap this one up. Final score, Alice Lloyd 91, the WVU Tech Golden Bears 73. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Life doesn't wait, so neither should your care. Whether it's a cough, fever, or stomach bug, Access Plus is here for those urgent moments.
From bumps and bruises to stitches and even x-rays, we've got you covered with extended hours and walk-in care for the whole family.
You do not have to be an Access Health patient to be seen. No appointments, no hassle, just quality care when you need it.
Access Health, where care meets community.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
The most mouth-watering showdown on television. The Hangry Games Ultimate Snack-Off. Right here at your local Little General store. Keep your appetites brave and your snacks ready.
Take a ride to the north side and get your Big John deal at Mid-State Ford in Summersville. And here's the top 5 reasons to shop Mid-State Ford. You'll find the largest inventory, award-winning service, financing made easy for everyone, highest trade-in value. And the number 1 reason to shop Mid-State Ford is where you'll find your Big John deal. Mid-State Ford in Summersville. MidStateFordWV.com.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but incredible. A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Back at the Raleigh County Convention Center in Beckley, final score is Alice Lloyd 91 and the WVU Tech Golden Bears 73. Alice Lloyd is now 18-6 overall, 9-4 in league play. They've now won 5 in a row. Tech overall is 15-9, 6-7 in league play. And we're going to go inside the numbers of the victory for Alice Lloyd. Inside the numbers brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Love to have me an ice cold Pepsi right about now. And a matter of fact, I think I'm going to drink a Pepsi while Bill gives you the numbers. So for the numbers, here's Bill.
Okay, thank you, Maris. And here is the way Alice Lloyd went individually. 20 points for Jared Strickland, leads the way, 20, and he was 8 of 12 from the floor. So Strickland with a nice game. Ben Sumahoro had 19 points. Jacob Curry with 15. Koji Anderson off the bench to score 14. The rest of the scoring, Brady Nelson had 2. Tackett with 5. Hatchett with 4. Welch had 2. Walker had 2. Napier 6. And Micah Wills had 2 points. For WVU Tech individually, they also had 4 in double figures, led by Adam Seams with 17 points. Seams with 17. 16 for Dancer. 14 for Darren Martin. 13 for Sincere Edwards. The rest of the scoring, Cole Chapman was held to 2. Liam Craven off the bench had 8. And Simon Tesfit had 3 points. So that's the individuals for the Golden Bears. Taking a look at team totals. Alice Lloyd from the floor hit 54% this afternoon, 32 out of 59. They were 10 of 21 from downtown. That is 48%. And 89.5% from the line, 17 of 19. That was big. For WVU Tech, only 38% from the floor, only 31% in the second half from the floor. 31% from downtown, 81% in foul shooting. The rebounding department was big. Alice Lloyd had 44 rebounds. Tech had only 25. Longest lead was 19 for Alice Lloyd. They had only a 2-point lead at halftime, and then in like a 4-minute stretch, they really turned it on.
That's exactly right, Bill. You're reading my mind. They took that 2-point halftime lead, and they ballooned the lead to 19. They end up winning by 18, 91 to 73. All right, so that'll do it for the men's game. Bill, I know you've got to get to Shady Spring High School. You and Mark Montgomery are calling the Shady Bluefield game. It was a makeup game from about a week or so ago. So we're going to say our goodbyes, and then Maddie Belcher is going to get in your seat. And Maddie and I will bring you the women's game, and that's coming up next between Alice Lloyd and WVU Tech. So for our entire staff here at the Raleigh County Convention Center, for Jackie Moon, who was on camera, for the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, for Bill O'Brien, I'm Maris Lowry. Repeating the final score, it was Alice Lloyd defeating WVU Tech 91-73. Will be on in about, I guess, let's see what time it is. It's 3:35. We'll be live in 5 in about 10 minutes and get you ready for the tip at the top of the hour between Alice Lloyd and WVU Tech. All right, so until we talk to you in about 10 or 12 minutes, everybody have a good afternoon, everybody.